If this is some sort of practical joke, I think it's in pretty poor taste.
It's no joke.
You really think I'm your father?
Yes.
I think you'd better tell us just what's going on.
Yeah, I'd really like to know.
My mother served as an army nurse in Vietnam.
So it was you who rang earlier asking if Mr. Robinson had served in Vietnam?
Yeah, I had to double-check I had the right Jim Robinson.
Well, you haven't. I can tell you that. What has Vietnam got to do with you claiming to be my son?
While she was in Vietnam, my mother had a brief affair with you. She became pregnant as a result.
That is rubbish. I've told you, I never even heard of Maureen Donnelly.
Yeah, or maybe you've just got a bad memory. Mum would never tell me who my father was, not until she knew she was dying. Then finally she told me your name because she thought I had a right to know.
Well, then why didn't you come and see Mr. Robinson then when you first found out?
I didn't want to have anything to do with him. I wouldn't have come now, except I can't afford to pay the rest of the funeral bill. He at least owes her that much. She never once asked for maintenance or anything.
I am sorry to hear about your mother's death, but it's got nothing to do with me.
I tracked you down through the Vietnam Veterans Association. You were the only James Robinson in the same area at the same time as my mother.
What area is that?
She was at a field hospital at Vung Tau.
Yes, well, I was in that area for a time. But the fact still remains I've never heard of a Maureen Donnelly.
Look, I can understand you mightn't want to admit that you knew her. Okay, so you don't want your wife to know that you had an affair.
My wife, Anne, is dead. So I don't have to lie to protect her. I'm not going to admit to having a relationship with someone I've never even heard of. Seems to me you're just a con artist trying to get $1,000 out of me.
You creep. Think all those years my mother loved you. Well, I'm glad she's not here to hear you say you didn't even know her.
I'll get it. Madge.
Helen, we've had the most awful news about Gemma.
Oh, no.
Hey, tell us what's happening. Oh, I'm sorry. This is,
Glen.
Glenn. Yeah, we're just talking business, but that can wait. Tell us about Gemma.
We'll go and visit Gemma as soon as she's allowed visitors. You'll let us know, won't you?
Yes, yes, of course.
It may not be as bad as it seems, Madge.
Of course, they can do wonders these days.
Well, thanks for trying to cheer me up. Bye-bye. I'm sorry to interrupt your business.
No worries.
Oh, I'll let you know what happens. Bye.
Bye, Madge.
Look, this is obviously all some sort of a mix-up. I'm sorry about your mother. I wish I could help, but there's nothing I can do.
No. Well, there's not much point in me hanging round, is there? Not if you won't even admit that you knew her.
Oh, I'm sure there must be some reasonable explanation. Perhaps if we examine a few facts, we might be able to sort something out. When was your mother in Vietnam?
1969. She came back to Australia later that year to have me.
Do you remember what you were doing in '69, Jim?
Yeah, we were in Vung Tau.
Where my mother was.
I remember there was an army hospital, but we were stationed a long way from it. I may have run into one or two of the nurses, but I don't recall a Maureen Donnelly.
She was always known by a nickname, Mo. Sort of short for Maureen.
Jim?
Well, it still doesn't ring any bells. Look, if I was having a relationship with this woman, as he suggests, I think I'd have some memory of it, don't you?
You liar! You know damn well it's the truth.
Don't come into my house calling me a liar, mate. I think you better get out now.
I'm going. And I wish I'd never met you. I'd like to think my old man was a decent bloke.
I reckon he panicked when he realised he didn't have enough money to cover the funeral.
Well, the only person likely to pay would be someone who felt guilty. Now, seeing you've never heard of the woman, you wouldn't pay, would you? So what would you expect him to get out of it?
Dunno.
Certainly seems sincere.
You telling me you believe him?
I believe that he may think that he's telling the truth.
Then it's obviously a case of mistaken identity, isn't it?
We were in the area at the time.
But I'd never met his mother. Are you doubting my word?
No, of course not. It's just that I feel sorry for the boy. I honestly don't think he's trying to trick anyone.
Then he ought to get his facts straight, shouldn't he?
I think I deserve some sort of explanation.
Something tells me you've already come up with one of your own.
I can't think of too many reasons why you'd pay $1,000 for this woman's funeral. It's a lot of money to pay out for a complete stranger. Did you know Maureen Donnelly? Do you have a guilty conscience?
You really think that kid's my son, don't you? That I've been lying all along, to him and to you?
Well, what else am I supposed to think?
Obviously, it wouldn't occur to you that I might have just simply felt sorry for the poor woman.
Rather generous of you, don't you think?
Nothing is too much to pay as a mark of respect for the work done by those nurses in Vietnam. Some of them were incredible. You've no idea the things they were expected to do. Do you remember Larry Preston? He wouldn't be here today if a nurse hadn't risked her own life to save him. Who knows? The girl that saved Larry could well have been Glen's mother. Well, after thinking about that for a while, I decided that the least that I could do was to make sure there was no more unpleasantness over the funeral.
Well, that was very noble of you, but why didn't you tell me you were going to pay the bill?
You can't blame me for not telling you. I knew that you'd jumped to the wrong conclusion. Look, I understand you doubting me after all the things Glen said, but I swear to you, I never knew any Maureen Donnelly.
I'm sorry. I believe you. I should never have accused you. I must have got carried away.
That's all right, I understand. I'm just glad it's all cleared up.
Oh, so am I. We've enough on our plate with Todd roaming the countryside. You mind if I join you?
Guess not.
Thank you. I suppose you know by now that the outstanding amount on your mother's funeral expenses has been paid.
Yeah, probably got you to thank for that. You must have talked him into it.
No, as a matter of fact, I had nothing to do with it. It was all Mr. Robinson's idea.
Huh. Conscience finally got the better of him, eh?
I thought he made it very clear that it was purely a gesture of goodwill. There was nothing more to it than that.
Hey, look, don't worry. I think I got that loud and clear the other day. Sorry. I shouldn't be taking it out on you. I shouldn't have got so aggro the other day either. But I can't help it. It's as though no one gives a damn about Mum. It's as though she didn't even exist.
Do you have any other family?
I only ever had a grandma. She used to look after me when Mum went to work.
You've had quite a struggle, haven't you?
Yeah. No one gave us much help. I had to chuck a job in to look after Mum when she got sick.
Do you mind if I ask you how she died?
Cancer. It was everywhere. Doctors couldn't do much. I just watched her getting worse every day. They gave her 6 weeks. That's when I threw my job in. It took 6 months. She was in so much pain. She even tried to end it all once, but I stopped her. I just hoped that they'd find something to make it better.
It's all right.
Sorry.
There we are.
Thanks. Sorry, I'm not usually so out of control. I haven't really spoken to anyone about Mum.
Well, I shouldn't have asked you to dredge up so many unhappy memories.
It's okay. Just had one of those days.
In what way?
I went to apply for a job at the hotel here. They advertised 3 jobs, but they weren't interested in me for any of them because I've got no experience.
What sort of job were you looking for?
Barman, waiter. I'm not fussy.
Can you drive?
I've got my P's, but I can't afford a car. Why?
Oh, it doesn't matter. P plates are no good for what I had in mind. Who did you speak to at the hotel?
I don't know. I guess she was the manager or something. Alessi? Something like that. But I told her I was a fast learner, but she didn't seem to take much notice.
Well, I might be able to do something for you here.
Well?
My grandson manages Leicester, so if I have a chat to him, he might be able to do something for you.
Why would you want to do that?
There's no trouble.
I can get a job on my own. I don't need your help.
Of course you can, but there's no point in cutting off your nose to spite your face, is there?
I guess not.
I'll speak to Paul.
Okay, but I doubt he'll give me a job. Not when he finds out who I am.
I bumped into Glen Donnelly at the coffee shop today.
No?
He was applying for a job at Leicester's.
You spoke to him then?
He didn't have much luck finding work, so I spoke to Paul for him.
And?
Paul said he'd do what he could.
You really think it's wise to get involved when you could be just asking for trouble?
Why?
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised, that's all.
Well, I felt sorry for him. Couldn't do any harm to help him out.
Well, I don't think you should be recommending people to Paul that you don't know anything about.
A pretty good judge of character. I'm sure he can be trusted.
I wish I could be so sure. Anyway, now you've done your good deed for the day, you could leave well enough alone, couldn't you?
course, I spoke to the police earlier, but they didn't have any news.
Nothing came of those posters you put around?
No, just a lot of crank calls. I'll get it. It's probably just another moron playing games. Hello?
Hello, mate. It's me. Put your mother on, will you? I got some good news.
It's Dad. It's good news, he says.
Oh, thank God. Doug?
Hi, love. I found them.
Oh, he's found them. Are they all right?
Well, pretty much. Coda's had a bad dose of flu. I had her to the local doctor. He says she's over the worst. He's given her some pills, said she's got to keep warm and get plenty of rest. Now, I'll keep her rugged up in the car, and hopefully we'll be home first thing tomorrow.
Oh, Doug.
I know. It's okay. It's all over now.
But is Todd all right?
Well, yes. He seemed healthy enough.
Todd's fine.
Well done, mate. Listen, tell Todd that the police have come down hard on Ferret's gang and that some of the victims are bringing assault charges against him.
Well, the news isn't all good, Jim. Todd's run off again.
What?
I tried to find him, but the weather was turning bad. I had to get Cody to a doctor. I just couldn't keep looking.
What's wrong, Jim?
Look, I'm sorry, mate. I'll explain everything tomorrow. But don't worry, Jim. We'll find him again. Look, I have to go. I've run out of change.
Yeah, okay, bye.
What's happened?
He hasn't got Todd.
Oh, no. Doug and Cody are home.
Not before time.
I saw Adam at the shops. He said they got back before breakfast.
What? But I've been keeping an eye out all morning. The ute hasn't been there.
It is now.
Oh, horrific. I know we're worried sick about Todd, but they've got their kid back, so nothing else matters. They could have taken the trouble to let us know what's going on.
I'm just as worried as you are, but in all fairness, with Cody ill, they do have a lot on their minds.
They could have spared 2 minutes just to let us know what's happening. I'm going over there.
Jim, don't burst in a rage. At least hear what he has to say.
I'll hear what he has to say, all right?
It's times like this you really appreciate your mates. Oh, they did a great job of keeping the place running smoothly while I was away.
Good. It's one less thing to worry about anyway.
Hello?
Oh, g'day, mate. Come on in. Oh, I was just grabbing a quick cup of coffee and then I was coming over.
Nice to know you're going to get around to it eventually.
Well, I came over after breakfast, just before I went into town to check on the business. But there was no one there. Didn't you get the note I left under the door?
What note?
Well, I did leave one. Just saying I was going out for a bit, that Pam and Cody were home. It would have been about 9:15.
Okay, you tried. I'm sorry. What's the story?
Would you like a coffee, Jim?
No, thanks.
Well, I can't tell you much more than I told Pam on the phone last night. I found the two of them, and then Todd took off again. I searched for him for a couple of hours, but there was no sign of him. It could have taken days, weeks to track him down. And I had to bring Cody home.
Yes, she's asleep in her room now. That flu really hit her hard.
You didn't even say where you were. If you had, I could have driven out and taken over from
I
you.
doubt if he's still in the area. He would have got as far away as he could.
So all you really managed to do was to scare Todd well and truly, making it damn difficult for me to ever track him down again.
Oh, Jim, that's unfair.
At least I got one of them back.
Fat lot of good that did us. Should have gone out there myself.
Well, maybe you should have. Then you would have known how tough it was.
You were the one who said you could handle it. There was no point both of us going.
Well, why didn't you go? I'll draw you a map, give you directions. But I still don't think you're going to find him there.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't bother you that much if I didn't, would it? And then you wouldn't have to worry about Todd and Cody anymore, would you?
Oh, Jim!
You really think I'd let a consideration like that come into it?
I don't know, mate. All I do know, if it had been me, I wouldn't have come back without both of them.
Oh, thanks, Helen. Oh, I nearly forgot. You were going to tell me about that young man we met today.
Was I?
No, Glen.
Aren't you expected at Joe's for
Oh,
dinner?
not for half an hour or so.
Oh, I'd better get on with ours.
Oh, come on, Helen, don't keep me in suspense. Who is he?
It's a long story, Madge. It wouldn't interest
Oh,
you.
yes, it would. I mean, he didn't just materialise, did he? You must have met him somewhere.
Well, it was a bit unusual the way he came to us. What do you think, beef or chicken?
Chicken. In which way unusual?
Well, out of the blue, getting a bill from the funeral parlour.
Funeral parlour? Who died?
Glen's mother.
I don't understand. Why'd they send you the bill?
It wasn't sent to me, it was sent to Jim.
Jim?
Don't you have to go?
Why did they send Jim the bill?
Glen asked them to.
But But why? I mean, what's the connection?
There isn't any.
Hang on, I don't follow this. If Glen's mother died and he sent the bill to Jim, he must have had a reason.
In a way. It seems that Glen thinks that Jim's his father. Of course it's a mistake.
Well, this is a turn up for the books, isn't it? What's it like having another son, Jim?
Madge, don't dwell on it. There's no truth in it, none whatsoever. How's the project going?
Slowly.
No end in sight yet?
Helen, you don't build a prototype of a fuel injection system in half an hour. Besides, I'm hardly in a frame of mind to concentrate.
Jim, wait a minute. I owe you an apology.
Yes, you do.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything to Madge about Glen.
Then why did you?
Well, she just went on and on at me. You know what Madge is like when she smells a bit of gossip in the air. She doesn't give up until she knows the whole story.
I can't imagine why you let her get onto it in the first place.
Well, she met Glen this afternoon in the coffee shop when he came in for his waiter's course. She recognized him from when he was here the other day, when she came to tell us about Gemma.
Well, if you hadn't stuck your beak in and got him a job with Paul, he wouldn't have been in the coffee shop. And the fact that you're helping him makes it look like there's some truth to his claims.
I think you're overreacting.
Don't be naive, Helen. Madge was delighted with the story, and she'll retell it with embellishments. And before you know it, the whole of Erinsborough will think I've turned my back on my own son.
I am trying to apologize.
Well, it's a little late for that. The damage is done. I'm going to the Willises to see if Cody's heard from Todd.
G'day, Mr. Robinson.
Is it? Coffee, thank you, Harold. I'll have it outside. Could you bring it to me?
Yo, Gren.
She's not in, mate. She's out doing scholarship business or hospital visits.
All right.
Is it urgent?
No, just wedding arrangements, they'll keep. Guess who I bumped into today?
Give me a clue.
Glen Donnelly.
A troublemaker.
Yeah, sly old dog, eh? See what happens when you play up? Your past always comes back to haunt you.
Leave it, Paul.
Oh, come on, Dad, I'm an evil little end of you.
Well, don't. It's bad enough without you jumping on the bandwagon.
Okay.
Intent on spreading this rubbish all over town.
Well, actually, he was pretty tight-lipped about it. I was the one that was doing the probing. I've got to tell you, Dad, he honestly believes that you are his father.
Thanks for your support, Paul.
Hey, I didn't say it was true, did I?
It's not, and I'm getting a bit tired of hearing about it.
Oh, all right, calm down. It'll all die down in time.
This slander's the only word I can think of. Can only get more widespread thanks to you and Helen.
What did we do?
Well, if you put him on at Lassiter's, we're going to be stuck with him. He'll be stuck there right in the middle of my life, making sure everybody hears his lies.
I don't think you need to worry about that too much.
Well, I do. It's my reputation that's at stake here. And I'm going to do something about it.
What?
I'm going to settle this. That's what. Once and for all, I'm going to settle it.
What a lovely afternoon. What's happened now? Not Todd, I hope.
Glen Donnelly. Seems he's been spouting to everybody in town that he's my son.
I find that hard to believe.
Do you? Paul ran into him today. Got the whole story, chapter and verse.
Don't exaggerate, Jim. What could he possibly hope to achieve by spreading rumors about you?
I don't know. I'm beginning to think he has some sinister purpose.
Like what, for instance?
Well, how would I know? He's got something on his mind.
It's rampant paranoia. He's a nice kid.
There you go, defending him again. I can't believe how easily you've been taken in by this
I
boy.
haven't been taken in by this boy, as you put it. I see a boy who needs a helping hand, so I've offered him one.
All right, you've done your good deed by putting him onto a job at Lassiter's. Now, if you don't mind, please stop encouraging him.
Jim.
I don't want you to have anything more to do with that boy. Do you understand me?
I will not be told who I can and cannot be involved with. And if you don't like it, you can... Well, that's your problem.
Oh, here for the waiters' course again, are you?
Yeah, do you want me to wait outside?
No. Oh, only if class hasn't arrived by the time I'm ready to leave.
I've been looking for you.
Yeah?
Stop going around telling everyone that you're my son.
I haven't. But if somebody asks me a straight question, I'm not going to deny it.
You're a real smart aleck, aren't you? I don't know what you're after, mate, but I'm telling you to leave me and my family alone.
I'm not hassling anybody.
You played on Helen's good nature to get her to find you a job here.
I haven't got it yet. And she offered. I didn't ask.
Only after you got her sympathy by feeding her that sob story of yours. You may have reeled Helen in, but I know you're a liar.
You know what I think? I think deep down you know I'm your son. You want me to disappear so you don't have to deal with it.
For the last time, you are not my son. I never met any Maureen Donnelly. Now, I want you out of Erinsborough and out of my life.
Well, that's bad luck, because I'm staying.
I can see to it that you don't get a job here, you know. And if that doesn't work, you might find yourself on a charge. How do you feel about slander?
It's Todd's birthday in a couple of weeks. I'll buy him a present just in case. I'll get it. Glen, I didn't expect to see you.
Hi, Mrs. Danielson. Could I talk to Mr. Robinson if he's in?
He's in. What do you want?
I don't like being called a liar, and I'm not too impressed by your threats either.
What is all this about?
This is between us.
He said if I didn't disappear, he was going to make sure I didn't get a job at Lassiter's.
Jim, you didn't.
Get to the point, then get out.
I am not a liar, and neither was my mother. What she said about you being my father is true.
For the last time, I never knew her, and I have nothing to do with you.
Glen, I'm
He's
sure...
been talking about having me charged with slander. Now, it's only slander if you don't have the proof.
Oh, and you do.
While I was going through some of Mum's things, I found this. Look familiar?
Jim?
If you never knew my mother, Mr. Robinson, how come she kept this photo of you?
I honestly have no idea.
Yeah, sure.
Well, it is you, Jim. And why would a complete stranger hang on to a photograph of you over all those years?
I don't know. Looks like I might have been taken in Vung Tau, where we went for leave.
She was stationed at the 1st Australian Field Hospital there.
Yeah, so you've said before, but so were lots of people. I didn't know. I've no idea why she kept this.
Oh, come on. She's had it for over 20 years. It must have meant something to her.
Well, it doesn't mean anything to me. I never knew a Maureen Donnelly.
My mother's not around to make you tell the truth. And I reckon that's about the only proof you'd accept. I don't know why I wasted my time showing you the damn thing anyway.
Still trying to remember who took that photograph?
Told you, I haven't got a clue.
Well, why don't you just toss it aside or throw it in the garbage?
It's not my property.
Well, I doubt if Glen would want it back, since you're so adamant that it has nothing to do with his mother.
Well, I don't see how it could be. I never knew the woman.
But you said you spent your leaves at the base hospital.
And I knew some of the nurses. Anyone could have taken this.
But that doesn't explain how Glen's mother came to have it and why she kept it for all those years.
I don't know what's going on inside your head, Helen, but I'm not happy with the way that you're reacting to all of
So
this.
you've said, but I can't help feeling that there's some logical explanation.
By all means, try to find one. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not going to think about it anymore.
Hello, Glen. Why don't you sit down, or perhaps you're in a hurry?
No.
I couldn't wait to get home to have a cuppa.
I've just been checking around for a job, just in case the one at Lassiter's doesn't come through.
Oh, any luck?
Not yet.
You're still feeling awkward about last night, aren't you?
A little bit, but it's not your fault.
Glen, I know you think that photograph of Jim proves something. I admit it mystifies me, but Jim still insists that he never knew your mother.
I'm not trying to con him, Mrs. Daniels. You believe me, don't you?
I believe there's some confusion involved. You see, Jim has no reason to deny knowing your mother. His first wife died many years ago, so it's not as if he's trying to cover up so that she won't be hurt. Besides, he's an honourable man. He wouldn't play games.
Maybe he figures 2 sons in the family's enough.
Oh, he doesn't shirk his responsibilities. He's always been a good husband and a good father, not only to his own 4 children, but to many more young people as well. And he's still doing that.
Well, it's no big deal. I guess I figured now Mum and Gran are both gone, it would have been nice to have some kind of family.
Well, that's only natural.
See, you've understood from the start. You know I'm on the level, but him, he's different. He doesn't want to know. And if that's the way he wants to play it, I guess I'm better off on my own.
Fine, thank you.
Come in.
Yeah. Got time for a coffee?
No, thanks. Just dropping these back. End of summer clean-out.
Oh, it must be contagious. I've been doing that too.
So, how was your day?
Pretty average. What about you?
Quite quiet, really. Almost made up my mind to close the shop when Helen arrived. It was about 5 o'clock.
Yeah, she's had a pretty hectic day.
Well, yes, I know, but it was almost 6 by the time I finally locked up. That young Donnelly chap turned up.
What was he doing there?
Oh, just passing the time with Helen, I think. Seemed quite a presentable young fella.
I better get going. But thanks again for the secateurs. I'll see you later.
Yeah, bye.
I'm home.
So I noticed. Dorothy enjoy her holiday?
Had a wonderful time, apparently. Lots of photos to come.
So long as she doesn't organise a slide night.
Yes, we've sat through some pretty boring sessions in our time. But
Helen? Harold mentioned that you were talking to Glen Donnelly at the coffee shop.
yes, well, it wasn't a set-up meeting. He just happened to come in.
But you were talking to him?
Yes,
About me?
briefly.
Would you care to elaborate?
No, not particularly. I simply said that you had no reason to lie about not knowing his mother. Jim, I think it's about time we got a few things straightened out between us, don't you?
Yeah.
I accept that you never knew Maureen Donnelly. But there's something on your conscience. Something that happened in Vietnam.
It was hell over there. When you got back, you just tried to shut it out, pretend none of it ever happened.
Well, we all try to do that in our own way.
Have you ever felt sorry that you found out that Bill cheated on you?
Yes. No. I wish the hurt wasn't there. But in the end, I suppose one prefers to know that one's living with the truth.
I'm not so sure.
Jim, what are you trying to tell me?
I just want you to understand what it was like for us over there. Away from home, frightened, disconnected somehow. And when you did manage to grab a few precious hours of R&R, you tried to forget the horror and just simply be human again. Remember what it was like to be happy, no matter how briefly.
Well, I can understand, I think. But, Jim, there's something I must know. Were you unfaithful to Anne?
Yes.
So you could be Glen Donnelly's father?
No, I wasn't lying. I swear to you, I never knew Maureen Donnelly.
How can you be so sure? Your memory's very unreliable.
For Pete's sake, Helen. I know I should have told you. It was 20 years ago. I thought you'd be disappointed in me.
You were right, I am disappointed. I thought you and Anne were happy together.
We were happy.
Not obviously happy enough.
You don't understand.
No, I don't.
It was war. These things happen.
Rubbish. You made them happen.
You didn't understand a word I said, did you? I was lonely. I was away from
Anne
home.
was lonely too.
But this was different. The confusion, the fear, people thrown together, never knowing whether this night was going to be your last night. Just got together for a few hours' comfort, then you never saw each other again. I'm not saying it's right, it's just the way things happened.
It doesn't wash, Jim. It was the same for Anne. Wondering if you were ever coming home, jumping up every time the phone rang. She wouldn't have let you down like that, or the children.
I don't know what to say. I had a brief affair, 2 days. I felt guilty about it then. I feel guilty about it now.
Well, thank goodness she never found out.
Helen, we have to sort this out.
I need a few minutes to
But
think
if we
about
just
it.
talk...
Later. Oh, blast!
What was that?
A plate. Poetic, really. It was the last of a set. Oh, that I gave you and Anne.
Helen, I don't know what to say.
There's nothing you can say, Jim.
Since Anne died, you've been more of a mother to me than a mother-in-law. I feel I've let you down.
Look, I know it happens. Men do play up. But I thought you were stronger than that. Different somehow.
Yeah, well...
Jim, I know it was a long time ago and that you were very young. Of course, I can't begin to understand what it was like over there. I suppose in my mind I've come to idealize your marriage to Anne. Set you up on a pedestal like a couple of figures on a wedding cake. That isn't fair to you or to Anne's memory. So I'll just have to accept that what happened, happened, and go on from there.
Thanks, Helen. All this business with Glen has brought back some memories, I can tell you. I don't know that I can handle it without your support.
Well, I'll do my best. But I'm still curious as to why Glen's so convinced that you're his father and how he came to have that photograph.
Well, I do remember who took it. It was Kathy.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, the nurse from Vung Tau.
Well, why would she give your photograph to Glen's mother?
I haven't got a clue. Are you sure you want your father to be your best man?
Yeah. Look, you might be my old man, but you're also one of my best mates, aren't you?
Thanks. I can do with a few kind words at the moment.
There's a son who's no friend, eh? Oh, only gagging, Dad. Anyway, I've got an appointment to keep. Listen, why don't we get together over dinner this week sometime and discuss the details, like wedding rings, speeches, dirty telegrams?
Right. Don't worry, I've had lots of experience being a best man.
Oh, funny about that, because I've had lots of experience with being a groom, too. So, yeah.
Can I sit down? Listen, I'm sorry if it looks like I've been a bit hard on you.
Oh, yeah.
Believe it or not, I want to get this business sorted out as quickly as you do. I'm following up on a few leads that might explain why your mother had that photograph of me.
I can think of a good reason why.
I'll tell you for the last time, I never knew your mother. But I think I might be able to catch up with someone who did. Can you hang on till I find out some more?
Yeah, okay. Let me know what happens.
You'll be the first to know. I'll see you.
You can bet on it.
Still working.
Actually, I've been worrying about Todd. I'm supposed to be reading this magazine to catch up on engineering. It's so easy to get behind the times these days.
Ah, that's exactly what I thought. So, I bought myself this.
What's the occasion?
Summer sales, I can never resist. Did you get the message I left you?
Veterans Affairs, yes, thank you.
What was all that about?
Oh, just trying to get to the bottom of this Glen Donnelly business. I was hoping they might be able to put me on to Kathy and that she might be able to explain how Glen's mother got that photo.
You sure that's wise?
Well, I don't want to leave the boy wandering around the place telling everyone he meets that he's my son, do I?
So Veteran Affairs obviously couldn't help.
No, I'll call the Department of Defense in the morning.
Oh, Jim, I wish none of this had ever happened. No good ever comes of dragging up the past.
Didn't you say something about preferring to hear the truth?
Yes, I did. And of course, there's Glen. He has to know one way or the other.
So do I. I'm determined to get to the bottom of this thing. Whatever happens.
You're up early.
Yes, well, I want to phone some people before they leave for work.
Oh, is this to do with Catherine Hennessy?
As it happens, yes. The Department of Defence said that she's left the army, but they were able to tell me the hospital she went to after her discharge.
Is she still likely to be there?
No, well, she's not, as it happens. I rang the hospital, but they were able to tell me that she's still in the area and her married name, which is Simpson.
Oh, so you're going to ring all the Simpsons in the phone book?
Hardly. I'm just hoping that her husband's name's Alexander rather than Zachary.
Good morning. Would you look
morning,
at that
Dad.
sun beaming down out there? And you know why? It's because I am getting married.
The sun isn't the only one beaming.
A new disposition. That's the new Paul Robinson.
I'm not going to start these phone calls, excuse me.
What's up with him this morning?
He's just a little preoccupied. He's trying to track down a friend of his.
At this time of morning, they must owe him serious money. Who is it?
Someone he knew in Vietnam.
The photograph. Seems to really be getting under his skin, doesn't it?
Anyway, what can I do for you? I assume it pertains to the wedding.
Very perceptive, my dear grandmother. What sort of gift should I get the best man?
Oh, Turkey. Now, there's a fascinating place. Anatolia. Hard rock, Anatolia. I was there 12 years ago and vowed to go back and see a lot more of the place.
Sounds as if you're revving up for another trip.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I do.
Fiddlesticks. I'm just reminiscing. Did you know the site of ancient Troy is in northern Turkey?
Good afternoon, Dorothy. Helen, I'm going out for a while. I'll probably be late for dinner.
All right, is this about the phone calls?
Well, they were taking too long, so I went to the electoral roll. I got an address for Catherine Simpson. I'm going there now. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Is there a problem?
No, not really.
I know when to keep my mouth diplomatically shut.
Jim's trying to unravel Glen Donnelly's history.
That should be interesting. He still denies knowing the boy's mother. Don't pry, Dorothy.
Hello, I'm looking for Catherine Simpson. Does she live here?
Yes, I'm Catherine Simpson.
A Catherine Simpson who used to be Catherine Hennessy?
That's right. Why?
Did you serve in Vietnam with a nurse called Maureen Donnelly?
Could you tell me who you are and what this is about?
Oh, I'm sorry. My name's Jim Robinson.
I think you'd better come inside.
Thanks. I went there expecting to see the girl I knew in Vietnam, though I found myself facing a complete stranger. I've been wrong all along about just about everything.
Well, who is this woman if she isn't Catherine Hennessy?
Well, she is Catherine Hennessy. Well, she was. She's been married now. Name's Simpson. And she was a nurse in Vietnam. Thanks. The nurses used to wear name tags, on the T-shirts. And one night, for some unknown reason, Catherine Hennessy and Maureen Donnelly swapped T-shirts and with them their name tags. Understand?
I'm beginning to.
So the girl I knew wore the name tag Catherine Hennessy, and that's what I called her. She didn't tell me any different.
Well, you said that this was more to you than just a casual encounter, that the two of you formed an emotional bond during the few days you were together. So why did she keep her identity from you?
Well, she was engaged and she knew that I was married with a family. My unit was moving out, the war was splitting us up. She decided not to tell me the truth. Now, that's what I was told this afternoon, and I believe it.
So Catherine, the real Catherine Hennessy, kept in touch with this other girl?
Yes. After they got back from Vietnam, that's how she knew that Maureen was pregnant. But they hadn't seen each other for a few years. In fact, she didn't know that Maureen had died. It came as quite a shock.
So this is the truth?
Yeah.
You thought you had an affair with a girl called Catherine Hennessy, but her real name was Maureen Donnelly. So Glen is your son. Jim, you went out there looking for answers, and they weren't the answers you expected, and you probably don't like that, but what about Glen? Do you accept him as your son?
Yes. I just need time to think about it.
I don't see what there is to think about.
I would have thought that was fairly obvious.
Jim, you humiliated that boy. You virtually accused him of trying to pull a confidence trick.
Well, I had every reason to believe it, didn't I?
But you were wrong. You owe him an apology, and you owe him the truth.
You and I are the only ones who know the truth.
And Catherine Hennessy.
Well, he's hardly likely to run across her, is he? I can't help thinking it would be best to leave the past buried.
But he's your son.
And I have other children to think about. How's it going to affect them?
Jim Glen has the motivation. He'll find Catherine Hennessy, and he'll find the truth. And he'll know that you've kept it from him. He'll most likely hate you for that. Is that what you want?
Oh, g'day, Dad. Can I join you?
Please, I was just going to come and look for you, actually. Something I wanted to talk to you about.
No?
I believe there's a possibility that Glen might be my son.
Possibility, Dad. You either are his father or you're not.
I believe I am.
You were so dead certain. You said you weren't.
I know what I said.
Why the turnaround?
I had my reasons.
So you cheated on Mum then, eh? Does Gran know about that?
Yep.
What about Glen? Does he know?
Not yet.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you could get him to give me a call later on, that'd be great. Okay, bye. Yeah, come in.
Miss Alessi told me to come straight through.
Yeah, come in, Glen. Have a seat.
Thanks.
What can I do for you?
It's about the waiters course. Last class tonight.
Yeah, I know. And?
So how am I doing?
Let's have a look, eh? Seems you're doing all right.
What are my chances of a full-time job here?
Jumping the gun a bit, aren't you?
Yeah, but I like it here in Erinsborough. I'd like to settle here permanently. And if you don't ask, you don't get.
Tell you what, how do you feel about filling in as a kitchen hand?
It'll do. For now.
Okay. And as soon as something more suitable comes up, I'll let you know. Fair enough?
Fair enough. Thanks.
Listen, Glen. I was talking to Dad earlier, and I think he wouldn't mind having a word to you about something. Why don't you nip round and see him now, eh?
Why?
Well, he didn't really say.
Well, I'll try and get round there if I've got enough time after class.
Jim, the waiters' class doesn't finish until 7:30.
What's that already?
In any case, Paul didn't say Glen was coming, said he might come.
Yeah, well, I'd just like to get this whole business over and done with.
And if that's your attitude, why did you ask him here at all?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it quite the way it sounded. It's just that after I've told him that I'm his father, what do I say to him? What do I offer?
I'm sure he didn't come here looking for a handout. I know he has a few rough edges, but for what it's worth, my instinct tells me he's all right. He came here hoping to find his family, so we can offer him that much, can't we?
Well, I'd like to. All this time spent searching for the truth, I've had lots of time to think. I can't help asking myself, if I'd have known the truth from the start, would I have rejected him? Would I try to get rid of him?
Oh, no, you'd never turn your back on a child of your own. As a matter of fact, I believe you're about to make that young man's day.
G'day, Glen. Come in. Thanks for coming.
Evening, Paul.
Glen, nice to see you. If you both will excuse me.
So, Why am I here?
Well, when you first came to Erinsborough, I didn't believe your story. I reckon I said some pretty harsh things. Although at the time I thought I was entitled to say them. And now I know I was wrong. What I'm trying to say is that I accept now that I am your father.
That's big of you, Dad. I came here looking for my father. That was before I knew what you were like. So, you are my father. Big deal.